back here again. Gonna make you a nice little video here about something that I've had a lot of requests to do, mostly on my Instagram, couple on my Facebook, couple message on this. And it's gonna be how to mount your lower valance onto your car. Now there's many ways that you can go about mounting that valance to your bumper. You can glue it on, you can glass it on, you can rivet it on, you can quick latch it on, you can Zeus fasten it on. I mean, there's an endless amount of ways you can put that on. It all depends on how you want it to look, how you want it to perform, and all that. Now my car's low, this is on, and it's pretty low in the front. So I already knew that I wanted to be able to remove mine easily. Because loading at the trailer, getting a jack under anything, it's just going to be much easier to have it come off and have the bumper not, much higher than this. So there's a couple of ways you can go about doing this, and the method I chose is what we're going to go over. Now, you can go on to Tim McAmus's YouTube channel, and he's got a great tutorial on quarter turn fasteners and stuff like that. There's also another method called quick latches. I ran them on my last car. I thought about going on them in this car, but this is most certainly the most expensive form of quick release. And what it is it's a button, and you press it and it pops off a stud, and you just press the panel back on and it clicks back on. They're $25 a piece, and that doesn't count the spring you should add to it to get the button to pop out. I mean, you can look into it. It's called Quick Latch. They're a great product, but I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 just on my front valance alone. So you can do the math on that and see that's the most expensive feature. So I opted for Zeus fasteners, spelled with a D. Yes, it's another one of those stupid things. These are a great little product. These are cheap, they're reliable, everybody uses them, and they're just very simple to use. This is a quarter turn fastener. So what you got here is I got black anodized ones with an Allen key instead of the slot. A lot of people run the slotted ones where you got to use a Zeus tool to turn them on and off. The only thing I don't like about that is that you slip and you'll scratch your paint. A lot of people don't care. A lot of people have wraps. They don't give a crap. It's a race car. They don't care how it looks. Me, I care about how my car looks. So I got the ones with an Allen key head. This is a 3/16 Allen. And what I did was I went to Snap-on. Let me find it. I know you're probably thinking Snap-on is probably $100 freaking, but I went to Snap-on, 3/16 T-handle, nice rubber grip, $7. I bought 2 of them. And it's perfect for these fasteners, because you could just take it and you don't have to worry about slipping out of the groove and scratching paint. You stick it in there and it's good to go. Now these are much cheaper. These are like, and these are the anodized ones, so these are a little bit more expensive. These are like $2, $2.50, $2.39, somewhere like that. And you need to get this spring. Nope. You need to get the spring, which is like another, I don't know, 35 cents. And how the Zeus fastener works is you have the Zeus fasten on one side of your panel, and you have this on the other. And when you push this together, you can see the little slot right there. It goes over. Now it's a little bit harder because it's not on a panel. Let's see if I can do this. So when you push it in, it goes. I hope you guys can see this. I can't even see it. It goes onto the spring like that, and then you rotate it, and you let go. And you let go. Obviously, and it gets locked down like that. Now and this won't be sticking out because obviously you have panel thicknesses here to make up the slack. These are 500, half an inch I think, or something like that. And these are 1 3/8" springs. So that's how that goes. Simple. It's real quick and easy. It gets kind of hard to go around and do all these fasteners, and I had a major problem because I used a GT bumper, and you have to cut off the sides. You can leave the front, but then it's just going to be completely flat, but you got to cut off the sides because on a GT bumper it flares. LX bumper needs no modifications. And I got my Valance, which I think is a nice Valance. It's a really nice piece. It fit great. I didn't do any modifying to this thing. And I got that Valance from Hybrid Composite Fabrications in Yorktown, York, PA. This is a really nice piece. It really is. It was like, this is fiberglass. It was like $230. And what kills you is the shipping. I mean, shipping on this thing was like $170. But you're going to get that with any panel. This is their 9-inch Valance. I've already had it installed on the car. I already put it up. It's already painted. There's a little bit of dirt in the paint. It's not a perfect match. I'll put a picture in right about now, so you can see how it looks on the car. It looks great. It's aggressive. People worry about cooling. I'm not too worried about it yet. I haven't driven the car. If you remember, on my bumper, I have the Cobra grill cut out, which you can see the whole top half of my radiator is where the Cobra grill is. The intercooler sits here, and the cutout's right here. So we'll see how well it does. We went over the big spall fan and everything. So we'll see. You can always take it off and drive it on the street. I probably won't take it off. So anyway, back to the mounting of the Valance. Now, their Valance fits both bumpers, and it fit my GT bumper very, very well. Like I said, I didn't have to do any modifying to this thing, nothing. And when I got the Valance, there was little nubs. Oh, look at that scratch already, huh? That's awesome. That still needs to be buffed. Why sand and buff? There's a ton of dirt in this because I painted it in my garage. So, I mean, this thing fit absolutely great. Kind of hard to do this with it off the car, but I don't have the fenders on. So, I mean, you can see this thing pushes right up to the bottom of the molding, and it fits great. Same with the sides, fits the fenders really snug and tight. So I was saying it comes with little points, which I assumed were pretty much centered and lined up with everything, and they were. I drilled them out and they fit perfect. And you need to drill out that Valance, and you need to drill out the bumper. So you got to have a pretty good size hole to fit the Zeus fastener through. Alright, you can see that hole. That hole is, ooh god, I don't even know, I didn't really measure it. It's like 7/8, 3/4, 7/8. Like I said, I didn't use a single thing to mark the hole. What I used was the fastener. So if you can see, the fastener's got the whole lump. I took a unibit. This is a Milwaukee unibit I bought at Home Depot. Goes up to 1.125". And I just drilled the hole, placed it, drilled it, placed it, drilled it until this sat flush with the Valance. Once that sat flush with the Valance, beautiful. You don't want to go bigger though. That's never good. So you have all your holes drilled in your bumper. You have all your holes drilled in your Valance. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to take your spring. You're going to get a pair. You're going to get a rivet gun. And you're going to get longer rivets. They make all sorts of length rivets. Alright guys, sorry about that. My battery died. I'm still working out bugs with this new camera. And apparently the second battery was dead, even though I charged it. And I only made a video a week ago, so that's kind of a problem. So anyway, I was back to the rivets. rivet gun. An air riveter is definitely much nicer. Haven't bought one yet. I plan on it. 1/8 inch rivets, right? Yeah, 1/8 inch rivets. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take a rivet gun. You're gonna put this. See your spring? You're gonna put that against the panel. It's gonna be like that. Bring this to you. It'll just be easier. So you can already see I scratched it, but it don't matter. So you can see that back there. You're just gonna rivet it on. Let's see if I can get you a nice side shot here. You can kind of see it's riveted there. It's not the best shot. So you get that riveted on up under the bumper like that, centered in your hole, so you have a nice contact with your Zeus fastener. And since I'm anal and I got black Zeus fasteners, I went to Levine's and I got black rivets as well, because I think the black looks great. And this is where you really want to take your time, because if you slip with that rivet gun, you will scratch your paint. So you want to rivet on, you know, stick your Zeus fastener down and rivet it on. And I usually clean up the back of the rivets a little bit so they're not little sharp daggers back there. I got to add a couple more. You see a hole. I didn't know how many I was going to use, so you can see that sits nice and flat in there. All right. I didn't know how many I was going to use, so I only ordered 5. I needed to order 4 more because I think I got to put 3 on each side. But what are you going to do? It's a lot of fasteners, but it won't take that long to do. Now the only problem I had was with this bumper and the intercooler. You remember my intercooler is so far up, gives space to the radiator. I try to push this in, and it flexes. See how that bumper just flexes? So it's really hard because you got no support. So what I had to do, let me get this out of the way before I knock it over. So what I had to do was weld these little flange guys that I made on the front. You can see them. So what happens is I have no room here with the bumper, the Valance on. I couldn't get my hand up under. So this presses right against the back of the bumper around that spring. So when I go to push in, it's support and stops the bumper. Now if you're an all-motor guy, or your intercooler set way back, or you have an air-to-water, or it's just stock, you just want it to look better, you'll be able to reach your hand up in here, hold it, and clip the Zeus fastener on. Because that's what I can do with the sides. But with the center one, I just can't get my arm up in between the intercooler and the Valance and hold this up. I didn't make any brackets for the sides because I can just stick my hand in there and do those. There's one on each fender too. The fenders I got put away right now so they don't get all banged up. But that's what I did. And I didn't want to put the springs on those because I didn't want this rigid mounted to that. Because if I hit something, I want this to give a little bit. You know, if I bottom out that Valance on something, it's fiberglass. You hit something hard, it's going to break. But if I rub it pulling out of my driveway, I want this to flex that little bit and, you know, not really damage stuff. So, but if this was rigid mounted, it wouldn't flex and it would probably snap. I'd rather crack the bottom of the Valance than crack the whole top. You know what I'm saying? So it'll flex up here, but it will crack the bottom. I take that, it's easy to fix. You know, it's inevitable. It's going to happen if you got a fiberglass Valance this high off the street, especially here in Connecticut. So that's that. There's really not much to it. You don't really need many tools. You need a rivet gun, some rivets, Zeus fasteners, the springs. When you go on Tim McAmus's website to buy those are my favorite. Probably do my whole hood with them. It'll give a recommended spring below it, which spring you're supposed to use. There's a whole guide on picking a size Zeus fastener for your panel thickness and stuff, but those are only offered in one size. There's tools he sells to adjust these springs in or out, so you have a real tight fit. I just bought one tool. I want to buy the other one. to do it so you can pull it back if need be. Get this all edited up for everyone that wanted to see it. I'll probably do this tomorrow. Get it up there on the channel. We're getting really, really close to 2,000 subscribers. I really didn't expect it to go that fast. We picked up 79 subscribers in a week. Welcome, everyone. I'm working on doing the giveaway. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do. It's not going to be something big because we're still low. I'll leave the big stuff for when we get higher up in the numbers. And I haven't quite worked out what we're going to do for someone to win this. But stay tuned. I'm definitely going to do something. I won't leave you guys hanging on that. And like always, get in the garage, get the refrigerator, crack a cold beer. Tonight I'm drinking water because I drank all my beer on the golf course today. Grab a wrench, start working on the hot rod. Have a good night, guys.